Hello guys, today we will learn how to build a new skill for Alexa. So first of all, log into developer.amazon.com. You'll see this page which says dashboard, apps and services, Alexa reporting, etc. So click on Alexa. Click on Alexa Skills Kit. So I already have built two of the skills in the morning, so I'll just show you one. So first of all, we will mention the language. Here uh, I selected English India, and just note down that it auto creates an application ID for us. Here you need to mention the name of the skill, what we are creating. Say I have mentioned as lunch recipe, and also the invocation name. So invocation name is nothing but how you're going to ask Alexa, like Alexa tell me a lunch recipe, so it has to be the same word. Rest of the fields I have selected as no and proceeded with next. The moment I click next, I will come to the second part of it, which is called as the interaction model. This is the way we are going to ask Alexa in different ways to do some activity for us. For example, I can ask Alexa that begin cooking or begin or cook. So when I use these particular words is when this particular application will actually get invoked. Now, this particular uh, project which I'm building is already available on GitHub. What I've done is I went to Alexa Cookbook. I've just forked this repository, and I'll be using this particular code uh, to get all the information regarding the recipes. So I actually went to Alexa Cookbook here on GitHub, and then I have gone to this particular path, labs recipe source, and there is this file available called as index.js. Sorry, this is not the one, this is the code stuff. What we need to figure out is the recipe source. Index.js is the actual file, however speech assets, yeah. So we need to go to Alexa Cookbook, labs recipe speech assets, and click on the interaction model.json. Copy all of this, the entire thing, and we will add it in our interaction model on developer.amazon.com. So I went to code editor. I've copied this code. So what it's doing is nothing but it's going to create all of this intent by itself. So if you see, all of these intents have actually come down here, right? So I need not create my own, but if I definitely want to add more functionality to it, I can definitely do that. How? I just have to click on add new. Here I will give the name of the intent and then proceed with this part. However, I don't want to do that, uh, and I'll simply go with whatever is available in the code already. So important thing to note down is here we need to save the model and build it. Only then we will be able to proceed with the testing, else we may not. So I've already saved my model, whatever is there in this particular code editor. I've already added it, else it wouldn't work. So still it's asking me to resave, so I will say alright, save any unmade changes. Yeah, great. Now here comes the part where I need to integrate my front end, which is this, with the back end. Now for back end I'm using AWS Lambda. So let me log in over there. So I will just log into console.aws.amazon.com and come to the main page, the landing page here, and search for Lambda. So here you can create a new function, and you can actually use one of these. What I have selected is the Alexa skill kit SDK fact skill. It already has the built-in code in Node.js, which I need for this functionality. So let me go back to the code which I've already copied and modified a little. So it shows up in the configuration file. So I have actually used the code which is available in GitHub. So I will go back in this, go to source, go to index.js. So I've copied this entire code and I have added it in the configuration page here. I've added it. So what I'm trying to ask is, Alexa, give me a lunch recipe. So here I'm giving information or instruction to Alexa on how to cook Rajma Chawal. So once we've added our code in configuration, I would need to create a trigger. So I've already created one. Else what we have to do generally is click on add trigger and click on this button and Alexa skills kit. I select this, I will submit it, and it will create a skill or a trigger like this. Let me cancel it for now since I already have. Now, how to integrate? Now, as we see that there is some unique identifier which has got created on the Lambda page. So I will just copy this particular um, I'll copy this and I'm going to add it in this page. I've added it over here and I'm going to click next. Now it comes to the real thing, which is testing part. Note down one thing, based on my testing, I figured out if your interaction model is not saved properly, or if it is saved and it is not built properly, this particular button is going to get grayed out automatically. No matter you try to enable it, it will again get disabled and it will give you an error that there is something wrong with your interaction model. So go ahead and check that, save it, build it again, come back and enable this button. So let me test it out.
Lunch recipe.
So this is how Alexa is going to speak about this. Now let me see if my front end and back end has got actually integrated. So let me say lunch recipe. Yeah. Awesome. So this is what we needed. I gave the service request and I've got a response from the server as well. So if you want to hear Alexa say it, let's listen to it.
Step 1. Soak Rajma overnight.
So if I click on next. And this is how we actually used three particular things in here. We used the developer.amazon.com, we used the code from GitHub, and we integrated with the backend, which is the AWS through Lambda. Thank you guys for watching this. Let me know your feedback so we can keep building together. Thank you.